What's up, party people? How y'all feeling today? We are live on the YouTube machine here on Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. That is the year, right? 2021. Hard not to get confused these days. What we're doing here today, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I take chart requests from the paid subscribers to my newsletter, and I look at them on YouTube, one request per person per week, because you guys are savages and ask for like 9,000 coins. We have so many to look at today. The stream is sponsored by Femex, P-H-E-M-E-X. The link is in the bio. They actually started today for 3 weeks, a $600 Bitcoin deposit bonus. So if you, depending on how much you deposit, they'll give you up to $600. They already give $120 with my link. So $720 potential bonus for signing up with them. And that's a lot of money. $720 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen like this. There is the newsletter. If you want to sign up and make a request in the future, that is how you do it. That's how you do it. You go there, then you email me, and we talk. A lot of you guys in here I see commenting. What's up, everybody? It's a pleasure. Greetings from Romania. What's up? Somebody gave me a virtual hug. Michaela, it's for you. Greatest newsletter ever. I'll take it. Someone said, but inflation will eat it up. Sucks. Don't know what that means. Hey, Scott, used to work a lot with Ichimoku Cloud. Why not anymore? I don't know, man. I get bored and I start some new stuff. But as you can see, we have about 9,000 charts on the top here that we need to do. And you guys expect me to actually do them all. You're welcome, Michaela. Virtual hug for you. So let's just do the without further ado thing where we just start actually charting things. So market's looking kind of good, right? Here we go. ALGO Bitcoin pair. I'm going to close RSI. We don't need that. Oh, once again, I should remind you guys, I don't look at these in advance. I just open my old chart, line them up across the top so I don't waste the time when we're doing it. And we have at it. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to find. Well, first of all, this wick is just stupid, right? But that gives us kind of a bull flag vibe here. I don't know if it actually will be one, but like the first thing I see when I look at that is, let me lock it in. That didn't lock in, but one second. Struggle here, struggle there, something like this, right? So this is not a confirmed channel because you need a touchdown, up, down, and up. We don't have that yet. But what we do have is the EQ here, which is the center of this channel or any trading range. That's the 50% line, that dash. And you can see how strong of resistance that's been. So I still like this idea. And I like that it's now trading above the top. So it should at least target up to here, 2,000, 2.5% move, no big deal. But the way you want to trade this, in my opinion, would be, one of these. Okay. And keeping that in mind, I mean, I don't know if this wick was a real trade. Probably was, knowing how these things happen. But judging that, here's your flagpole-ish, something like that. So you extrapolate a target by pulling it to wherever it breaks out. So wherever it breaks out, your target is the same length as the flagpole. So it'd be something like that. Just kind of dig that. Yeah, but first you really, I mean, I don't know where these lines are coming from. Yeah, I like those. So that's what I'd be watching for on ALGO. Looks crazy, I know, and we want to, once it touches here, maybe it confirms the channel, comes back down, and then goes up. That's usually what happens. You hit resistance, consolidate a bit, pop up from there. But on the Bitcoin pair, I think that actually that looks pretty good to me. You could also, these are kind of old lines. We could also definitely draw one right where price probably is right now, something like that. Because look at that, support, and look at that's the strong resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles interacted with it before going. So if you're a horizontal trader and you ignore this flag altogether, you still might want to take this break of 1924 or a retest of it as support and a move up. That was ALGO. So now I'll go on to the next chart. Got dad jokes for days. You don't even test me. Balancer, we looked at this the other day. This was just an idea, so ignore it. I said, hey, it'd be cool if it did this and made an inverse head and shoulders, but that's not like you don't trade on some, hey, maybe price will do something in the next 30 days and then I'll have a great idea. I better enter now. Like, I don't know if that's going to dip, right? I mean, if it does, at this point, you're not buying dips on anything that looks this bullish. I'll go on. Don't worry. I'll go right on. We have the clean break of this resistance. So Balancer became bullish, in my opinion, right around here. This is called Balancer, right? Scales of Justice. And it's flipping levels on the way up. So, there's kind of two ways to approach this. You hope for that, and then it goes up. Or the smarter way is do that, come up. Yeah, do one of these, and then keep going up. I mean, alts look kind of bananas right now. Bananas is good it's not bad. Bananas you could construe as bad, I guess. Trying to drink and do ice things away from the mic so as not to trigger my angry followers. So yeah, I mean, this looks good, but it's, it's at resistance, right? So you want to get a clean break, which means not just like a little wick like this. You want to see it close and not even close like right here. Oh, it broke it. No, you want to see it like close up here and then have the balls to try to catch that knife. It's a little tiny knife. But you might miss it. Might just keep going. Who cares? Go on to the next coin. Doesn't matter, pal. I'm coming back just to make sure I'm not missing anything crazy. Yeah, I just want you to know, like, see, there are people who appreciate my shit because it's funny. I'm a funny person. I don't know. Look, guys. No. I'm just throwing out. No. Love you guys, but we're not doing the spam the comments thing. Michaela, I saw you comment again. Here's another hug. Whoever you are. We've done a lot of fun. Wow. I have no idea what this is. Bao. Last I checked, that was a pork bun. A bao. Delicious. I'm cultured. But ETH is booming, right? And this is bao versus ETH. So that means this is just absolutely smashing, right? This has gone parabolic. And this is hilarious. Like no volume, literally dead. What are you? If you bought here, you're pretty upset. But look, it came all the way back after going to zero. I mean, this is almost a literal zero against Ethereum. It's like 73 Gwei. Gwei are Ethereum sats, if you didn't know that. Maybe it's Gwei. Looks like Gwei Stefani. It's spelled Gwei. That algo joke was good. I should just fucking turned it off and quit. This is impossible, kind of, guys. Like, it's parabolic, right? If you catch it, it's already been retested. So I don't know. Maybe you catch it down there, but good luck. Good luck. I don't even think we'll have RSI. Not even a bear div. Maybe a huge one from there to there, but that doesn't count because that's in between. Daily. I mean, good luck. Buy the dips or, hope you don't do this. Look at that daily candle. That is hilarious. I mean, this is, God, that is crazy. This was basically went from zero to here, from hero to zero, back to hero. Bao token. I can't tell you how to trade this. Honestly, it's completely parabolic. If you believe in it, buy a dip. That's all I got for you. Bao are fucking delicious, though. Who doesn't like pork buns? DEXE, 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 DEXE. Do you guys remember my story? MYDIXIEERECT, my Dixie wrecked. You guys know about that? WRECT. Yeah, I don't even know if I spelled wrecked or if I said REKT or WRECKED. But yeah, that was a joke we played on someone in college. We wrote that on a card. The guy read it. He had a strong accent. My Dixie wrecked. Why is everybody laughing at me? Well, here we are. I'm going to call it Dixie. It's not the name, but this is Dixie versus BUSD. I actually bought this coin like right when it launched. It's done pretty good. I would say that it looks generally good above there, right? You can, and like I always say, like a line is a zone. Like I draw a line because it's easier, but it's really this, right? Because you got these wicks into it and you got these drops into it. My Dixie Dict. I'll go on. Don't worry. I'd say at this point, you kind of want it to be above here-ish. This is all some wild price action. So, you know, in a perfect world, if I was trading this, I would be looking for, you don't like that wick above. So I'd be, oh, what have I done? Drew some text. I would be looking for above it and then up, right? If you're looking for targets, something like that, you got all kinds of support down here. Anything above this area is good. These two wicks right here, so the top of that. So if you get a retest of that, take it. Otherwise, above and run. Not much price history here, but this is a really nice rounding kind of bottom, right? Bottoms out, starts to go. So I would expect DEXE, DEXE to continue going up. But on this, you have no stop loss. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but yeah, a lot of this I'm trading on. Yeah, I skipped over band. I see. I'm going to go back to it. Sorry. A lot of this I'm trading on Uniswap, so I take really small positions and no stop loss because I don't have them. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know I skipped over band. Silver Crypto, you get the prize of letting me know. No, I'm not going to chart those. Okay, here we go. Band, make her dance. These cheeks popping. I'm just popping bands. Bands that make her dance. Okay, well, we've got the same stupid wick that we're seeing on lots of things. You know, kind of, if we ignore that, and I'm not saying exactly, but this is what we have, right? Often you see that. Break resistance and then head up in an ascending channel. And people start yelling bear flag, but that's not what it is. Ascending channels can keep going forever, all the way to the heavens of Valhalla. Meet your relatives and friends. Go have a Biggie and Tupac concert while price is up here. So I don't worry about that unless, of course, it breaks down. But you can follow these channels forever. No big deal. It's not a bear flag because there's no flagpole, right? Just an ascending channel. It's cool. Price likes to travel in channels. I would love to go to a Biggie and Tupac concert in heaven. Just saying. I'm not really worried about any of these channels anymore after that. But yeah, I would say band and it's holding the top. So like if you're really a scalper and you like taking the EQ, you head up here. If it breaks down, buy a bounce of it here. And the targets here on this are pretty clear. Nothing's really changed on this setup. And this was a setup that we had in the newsletter, an entry here and an entry here. So if you took it at that support, 256, you probably got wrecked, stopped out. Sorry, you've lost your money, and price went right back up. But yeah, not really that complicated. Coming back to the comments real quick. Yes, Click says, Click, please check it out. Bought it today because of you. I don't know why I bought it because of me. I bought it at the pre-sale, which is cool. It's up a little bit, nothing crazy. But I'm a big fan of the project. That dude who's really jacked, Cousin Crypto, like mentioned me in a video and people told me and didn't know, but apparently he knew. But I was in that coin because Charlie Shrem, a friend of mine, Charlie Shrem, was an advisor, and he told me, hey, you should come in on a little bit of this. So I did it. DOT. This is booming. I want to look at the USDT pair real quick because this is where it gets really interesting. So you look at the Bitcoin pair, but I posted this today, and you know, like you've been on a live stream with me when DOT did one of these like Chad Green mega things. So we've been in this, but like this is basically price discovery on the dollar pair if it holds above this range. That closed above technically. We now have a retest. Maybe you want to come up here and retest, but you know, anywhere above this range high at 19.4, DOT on the USD pair is officially making a new all-time high here. I don't intend to sell this anytime soon. But But we can look at the Bitcoin pair. I mean, it's almost there in the Bitcoin pair too. 534. It just needs to get above 597. You can see all the entries that I posted on this. That one didn't happen. This one did. Break, retest, boom. Break, retest, boom. Look at those lines. Lines of the future. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Roads. I don't even like this line anymore. Kind of irrelevant. Like my haters. A lot of haters. A lot of haters. I think they say if you have a lot of haters, it means you're doing something right. I just think there's a lot of people who hate me. Don't know why. But somehow, someday. Really, guys, I'm going to get over it. I mean, this kind of has almost like a good Head and Shoulders vibe. I don't know. I like it weird because I don't really trade USD pairs, but I like it better on the USD pair because it's much clearer and it's in price discovery. You know, at this point, like you really want now to see this go into price discovery, catch it here. Look, I'm making a thing. And then it goes up, right? Or if you're lucky enough, but it's already done it twice, right? I mean, it did it here. So I don't think you're going to get another one there. I think that chance is gone. But yeah, I think that you want to, if you think it's going to here right now, if you bought it here, your target is just this because that's resistance. And then you have to, you know, then you expect maybe it does that and keeps coming up. So I don't know. Dot. Coming back to the comments over here, make sure I didn't do any haters because of jealous. I don't know. Sleep well. You look shagged, bro. Are you Austin Powers? I always look like this. This is my face. Welcome to my face. These bags under my eyes, they're in there, even in my baby pictures. Not tired. Tired of hearing about my shagged looks and my brain and my baggy eyes. Yeah. Just tuning in. Any interest in looking at acro? No. I'm doing the ones that people requested before. Sorry. Easy ETH. Okay. $1, not really, to anyone who can name this lyric from Easy E. Well, it says it right in the beginning. I would say the boys in the hood are always hard. Come talking that trash. We'll pull your card. Want nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit. But it's boys in the hood, and that's the first word. So it wasn't really that clever. But I make this joke every time. I can't look at Easy ETH without thinking of Easy E. So the person requested Easy versus Bitcoin, and I couldn't find a chart for that. Maybe I'm tripping, but I don't think it exists. So I'll have to look at it against ETH. And the fact that it's beating Ethereum while Ethereum is booming is really bullish. This is a clean break and retest. So I don't know. I think it's coming up here-ish. I think we'll at least see it come up to here. Then you know, if it flips it, you get here. So you're looking for one of these. It's like a Picasso, which is nice. But I mean, this coin looks bullish, right? And you've got increased volume here on the way up. So yeah. Just got a text from my dad. Had to look at it. Thought maybe he was going to tell me like he couldn't hear me or something. Probably watching, but wasn't. He was congratulating me actually on being the 79th person on the Cointelegraph list. It's very flattering. I did not expect that. And they drew me to look like an 18-year-old Greek god, which is awesome. So checks in the mail, guys. Thank you for that. EGLD, they launched MAHA today, which anyone who's anyone that's ever followed Elrond or me or Benjamin Minku or Minshu or basically anything Elrond related, this is kind of their moment today. And I'm actually like, I was concerned maybe that there would be sort of a buy the rumor, sell the news thing, but prices continued up, which is awesome. Sometimes, you know, the people, there's a lot of hype and then it launches and you see price kind of go down. But, you know, you should check it out. MAHA. Send money all over the world, super fast, low fees, really easy. Whole idea is you don't need a bank and it saves you time. We all like that. So listen, here was your entry, right? That's your entry. Right now, I would say that this is at resistance-ish. I picked the wrong tool, but yeah, you get the idea. So I'd want to be above that. These are wicks are going through that kind of here. So, either you catch it down here or above this again. But, we have a low, a high, higher low, higher high. So this remains bullish literally anywhere above like here, even if it comes down to here. So I would not fade Elrond anytime soon. This looks really good to me. Let's look at the USD pair. That never got that retest I was watching for. So now you basically just move this up to here, right? I would still, though, like if you get it at $42, this has not been retested as support. So if it does drop, I would put many eggs in this basket at 42 bucks. Let's zoom in a little bit. My God, so many charts. You guys asked me for so many charts. So many charts. I think this is going to be real nice. Yeah. So let's pull a channel. I think we have a kind of a bull flag breakout here already on the USD T pair. Right? Look. Break. So I would have liked that to connect. So it's more of a wedge. Either way, this is breaking resistance and potentially retesting it as support, it looks like. Right? That's good. That is good. Breakout traders who trade wedges and stuff like that, this is your buy right here at 67 bucks. Break, retest, break had it increased volume, not huge, but increased volume, and you expect it to head up. First target being the recent highs, and then beyond that, it's price discovery. So like if you really want to be confident in this, you can take it here, exit here, see what happens. But your real entry, the one you want to go really heavy in on, is a retest of that, and then on. If you can get it, like this was also an all-time high and it never came back and retested. So yeah, whatever. Close that. Coming back over to the thing and with the people and things. Yeah, you guys are basically just listing hashtags, which might be cash tags, I guess, technically, which might be my biggest pet peeve. So stop. I like all you guys, but I will like you slightly less when you just hit me with a cash tag. Decreasing volume on a bull flag too, someone said. I didn't look, but I would say yes, a bull flag should have decreasing volume. That's the idea. You have strong volume coming in on the flagpole, and then during consolidation, you see volume drop, right? And then the confirmation of the break of a pattern like a bull flag generally comes on volume, because when you see increased volume, it means it's ready to stop consolidating and head up. LOL, starting to like this guy. Fuck, did you think about me before? Shit. Have you ever married a coin? Yeah, I know I made that joke about it. That was hilarious, by the way. That tweet, that was one of my better tweets. I said 50% of people in the United States get divorced. And that number actually seems low because people will remain married to their dead bags forever. And it's true. But I've had coins that go like, oh my God, in 2017 or 18, do you guys remember PTOY, P-T-O-Y, Patientory? They were going to revolutionize the world of medical documents. And they had this like lady who was a CEO and just was like supposed to be really smart, but said so many stupid things. And every time she said something stupid, the price dumped. Well, I held that down like 90%. Capitulated like a crying little girl in the corner, and it went up like 4 times the next hour. I'm not kidding. I held it for like 9 months, and it probably pulled a 4x an hour after I sold it. It came all the way back down eventually. But yeah, I've been there. It's bad. I'm starting to like this guy. He's coming around. The donkey punch. I believe a donkey punch is when you punch someone directly in the back of the neck. And it, I believe, can be construed as a sexual thing. So you, my friend, might have problems. Yeah. Josh, Also starting like, I can't believe you're here, Josh. This guy, Dime Josh, this guy, we've been very, very close friends forever. Booked me for some of the sickest DJ gigs in the history of sickest DJ gigs. This man is a legend. Started Dime Magazine. What's up, man? It's good to see you here. Had to give him a shout out real quick. Didn't even know that was you when I was clicking on that. But that man is a legend. The real deal kind of legend. I mean, he and I have been all over the world. Remember when I told you that I had a release party for Red Hot Chili Peppers, the project I have? The art is back there somewhere in Austin, Texas at South by Southwest. And like, it was my release party and Lady Gaga was there and Snoop and Wiz Khalifa performed. He's the guy who put that entire thing together. Right there. And what's funny is a lot of you guys, I remember, not you specifically, but people were like, that's a lie. You never did that. And I showed them the flyer and pictures and they were like, that's a lie. Someone else took those pictures. You're a LARPer. Really happened. Really happened. Talib Kweli was there. Diddy was there. Amber Rose was there. And it was in a room with like, Josh, how many people were in that room? 200? 300? Epic. All right. Anyways, that's not what you don't care about that. Most people don't even know that I'm a DJ. It's funny. People are like, why is there a picture of some dude like at a party on your Twitter? Fuck my life. I would say here we have a clear, beautiful, I don't know what the hell hard is. Lemonade. Hard lemonade has to be like the worst name for a drink because there's nothing hard about drinking lemonade with alcohol in it. It should be called soft lemonade. Because if you drink that, much like White Claw, you are in fact soft. Oh, just a nice, refreshing alcoholic seltzer water for the kids. I don't know. I don't like this that much because obviously I'm drawing it on a candle that exists, but this is some kind of bullish consolidation. Looks like a symmetrical triangle here above support with a rounding bottom. This would look like a cup and handle, but what have I told you? Cup and handles are not bottom patterns. They're continuations. So it's a rounding bottom. If it's at the bottom, it's not a cup and handle. So I would continue that. I would expect this to continue rounding. If you're going to trade it, I would trade it on a break of this, although you can also trade it here kind of at support. Even when it's broken below support, it's held it, for the candle closes. This looks good. Like this is the patterns that you look for at the beginning of alt seasons where something looks dead and it just slowly kind of rounds out. And then all of a sudden it just goes like, I don't want that. Just does this. It's like, right. So I like that. Don't love the volume, but whatever. Brent said these people don't understand South by Southwest. That's why. Yeah. See, look, you said it. 250 people were there. 250 people were there, and 50 of them were like mega celebrities. What is the preferred alcoholic beverage of Scott Melker? Preferably something that doesn't make me more effeminate or make people think that I'm actually a girl or a teenager. So whiskey, scotch sometimes. I like to drink Macallan 18. IOTA. Well, I got to zoom down on this because last time I looked at it, price was probably up here somewhere. 250 people. What was crazy? I can't remember. No, that was the year later. I'm trying to remember the shows because we did two of them at the same place 2 years in a row. So that one was like Wiz Khalifa and all those dudes. And the next year was Future. Right, Josh? Future, the dude from Fun. What was his band called? Man, you're going to kill me. And Josh put together this epic video where they did, every band that was involved in the show did a cover of I Want to Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day. I think that's what it was. It was some rock song, and he had me do the beat for Future. So like I did a beat remix of that, and Future rapped over it at the show and in a movie. But I had my daughter 2 days before that show and flew out there to do that. And Josh was, we were wondering if I was even going to make it, depending on when my daughter was going to arrive. You can tell my priorities were a little bit skewed back then. I didn't know what it was like to actually have kids. So IOTA, this is it. This line right here. Oh, God, I can't hit the right tools. Yeah. Cool, though. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I would be looking for at least that target, but technically, if this breaks out, you expect it to come back to the top, right? So this one has not really pumped yet. There's a lot of volume coming in here. I think this is going to boom, right? I don't even know if I like these lines anymore, so this one's kind of whack. I would say more like here. Let's just start again. No, it was not Rock and Roll All Night. I got that in my head because it's Gene Simmons. It was, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. Wow, I knew you were gonna be mad at me. I can't even remember like a beat I made. We're not gonna take it anymore. So that's what it was. That was, wow, it's embarrassing. Kind of the same genre, but you'd think I would remember making a beat for Future. Probably. Yeah, a lot of volume. I would say that this line, like if you don't want to play the break of that, if you're a horizontal guy, I would take it above 1425 and head up. But like, just to give you an idea of the potential of coins like this that haven't really broken out, you know, like even if it gets to 38.2, that's a big move and should be heading up to each of these fibs. And once again, the fibs are basically where you would draw support and resistance. It's incredible. Incredible. It's because of nature, bro. Like if you smoke weed and then you look at nature and the Fibonacci's and the spirals and the unicorn dust, Fibonacci levels work because they're the levels that traders look at. Self-fulfilling prophecy in my mind. All right, coming back over here. He didn't miss a DEXE. He already checked it. Any chance to see cake? Yes, go to the grocery store. Yeah. I don't understand charting against Bitcoin. Why not chart it to the QQQ if you're worried about losing out on better gains? The reason to chart against Bitcoin is because if you're charting against the dollar and your coin goes up, it's usually because Bitcoin went up. Usually Bitcoin went up more. The goal is to beat the market. The market is Bitcoin. Therefore, you trade against Bitcoin to beat the market. Right? No, I didn't. I don't know. Emmy's here. Hi, Emmy. You said you're welcome, but I don't know what you're welcome for. That's cool. That's my wife. Here she is. Look, you're welcome. She's pretty. Litecoin. Yeah, we had that bullish divergence. Kind of was the bottom there. Never really reached overbought again. So I don't know. Litecoin just kind of lagging, right? Unimpressive. What are you doing? There's a party going on and Litecoin is like asleep in the corner. I have friends who are that guy. I was on tour with the Yin Yang Twins a couple summers ago, and my friend, and we came to New York City to play, and all my friends, of course, are like old, like me. And there was like a couch on the side of the stage. Like you could see it in the stage, and the Yin Yang Twins were fully raging in a concert, and he was sleeping on the couch, sitting up with his mouth open. I mean, I'm an old dude, but like that's just, I'm sorry, man. That's sad. That was a summer. If you're still here, that was quite a summer, huh? On tour with FKI and the Yin Yang Twins, all across these United States. Yeah, I think Litecoin maybe if it can actually break out here could head up, but that's a really like local kind of pattern. Let's see. We're not gonna take it. No. That's the Wall Street Bets theme song. We're not gonna take it. GameStop. We're not gonna take it. Sadly, I think they're gonna take it, to be honest with you. said this. I was on a podcast yesterday with a DJ podcast, but they were asking me about stuff. And we were like, yeah, it's kind of like, a David and Goliath story, but is one of those ones where David sort of probably wins the first battle, but Goliath wins the war. I can't imagine that the hedge funds are going to let us have our fun, unfortunately. Litecoin just looks kind of asleep. Maybe if it breaks that line, you care. I don't know. That's the weekly, daily line if you want something a little more fun to play there. So if you want to maybe, you got kind of a double bottomy vibe here. If you break, you got a bottom here. So if you break this line here, that would be a double bottom. That's real far away. 2 bottoms here, break there. I don't know. Litecoin, who cares? There's so many new coins. Why choose the ones that have thousands of people that are dying for an excuse to sell? I have nothing against Litecoin at all. Oh, she said, you're welcome for having the baby on time so you can party at South by Southwest. Baby came on her due date. The show was 2 days later. I didn't know. I also, so at the same time, because we weren't, we weren't ready to be parents, I think maybe is fair to say. We weren't expecting it. And so, we had this like beautiful 2-bedroom apartment in Miami. And so one room was like a guest room, but also my music studio. And the other room was our thing. And we had a little office and stuff. And my plan was that we were going to change the guest room into the baby's room, but I was also going to keep it as my music studio. Oh, that just didn't work. No, she put the zero. She put the no on that real fast. Oh man, I thought I was gonna have a music studio in my baby's nursery. I was such an idiot. Oh, so dumb. All right, MAHA. Yeah, I've lost some Ethereum on this one. It's kind of flat on dollars though. So I traded on USD, and so to me, I haven't been paying attention to the chart. I was in another one that I bought the pre-sale in to be fully transparent. So no matter what it does, I'm way up. But yeah, I was buying it here. But still like roughly the same dollar price because Ethereum's gone up. It's just not being Ethereum, but I would delete all this because it looks like, I would, even yesterday, I was like, I kind of opened this, I think, and was like, oh, it's consolidating here after this move. Bart Simpson. No. To be fair, I was pretty like when I actually had to go to that show and like do it, I was not partying and I was pretty sad. I was pretty sad. Like my baby was at home for the first day ever, and I was like FaceTiming. So that was a pretty big moment in my decision to not do that anymore. But that's life. Life comes at you fast. I don't know. Against Ethereum, I would rather not chart this against Ethereum because it makes me feel worse. But this coin's still worth a lot. It's $12 today. I don't know. Not doing math. But yeah, it was at 25 at one point. It's a weird chart, to be honest with you. So you would say that this was your breakout, but then you wouldn't have expected that retrace. So I liked that, like I said. I don't know, but I do like, I'm generally bullish on this coin. And if you zoom out to find demand, there will be someone who like comes on Twitter is like, you're lying about that story, man. You had your wife lie for you on a live stream, you LARP. Does anyone else like find the irony of people who are avatars and who are anonymous and will not show their face calling other people LARPs? Like, aren't you by definition LARPing if you're an avatar and not using your actual name on the internet? Not that there's anything wrong with LARPing. Like, I used to love the Renaissance Fair. But like, whatever. The answer is this is a huge area of demand for me. So if you are looking to buy this and against Ethereum, I think anywhere in here is good. And below that starts to get kind of worrisome. So that's probably my thing Just coming over here. Luke, my wife converted my workout room into nursery and then proceeded to co-sleep. So you're basically saying that your wife converted it into a nursery and then brought the baby into your bed. So you had a baby sleeping with you and also did not have a workout room. That's classic. That's classic right there. I'm surprised that that happened. LARP, for anyone who's asking, what is a LARP? That means live action role player, I believe. You know, like the guys at the Renaissance Fair who are like, I shall smite thee. And then they like swing the sword, but they're like 5 feet away from actually hitting swords. LARPing. Sorry, dude. This is the guy who lost his gym and also had to sleep with a baby. We never co-slept because I was going to say a bad word, but F that. We put our babies where they belong, in their own rooms. Y'all learn, deal with it. You're not sleeping with me. Metal pay. Metal. Wrecked. Yet again, like, why? This is down like 4 billion%. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but like, and it still hasn't even shown a sign of reversal. In fact, it looked like it might have been bottoming here and broke down even further. I wouldn't touch this, you know. I don't know. Why? So many coins in the world. Why did you marry this one? This is a bag that some of you are married to. I'm sure that some of you have bags of metal and you're like, oh man, it's the new paradigm. It's the future of payments. Just got to wait for my moment. I don't even want to chart this. Honestly, I don't know what to say, but look at all that volume and price still isn't even really up. It could go up. I don't know, but like, look, it's nothing but resistance and nothing in my mind, but people who are like looking to sell any bounce. It's like people got really excited about Ripple the other day. Oh my God. Why? Because like global payments, man. Remittances. You can use Ripple to remit all of our remittances. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't consider it under this line, to be honest. It needs to at least show that it's going to break any resistance, which it has not done yet. But like metal pay, it's called metal, just like the music, became irrelevant long ago. Ocean, both pairs. Nothing's changed on this except for that since we looked at it last, it has, I think that's a better level. I don't know. I like that level, whatever. So yeah, it's kind of at support. I would wait until, personally, like I would just wait till it breaks this line and definitely this line. And it's still below the 50 and the 200 with the 50 below the 200. It's just kind of hard to get excited about this. Put an alarm. See, one time we were on here, I put an alarm, but never opened this chart again. See it on the USDT. Of course, it looked good on the USDT pair because Bitcoin's gone up. I don't even like this, to be honest. I don't know, man. Well, here's what I would say is interesting. If I had to find a reason, because we're all just trying to find a reason, right? Look, bearish SFP, bearish SFP, bearish SFP, bearish SFP, drop. This is your key line. And why? Because there are so many amendments to the Constitution. I plead the fifth. I just thought of a Chappelle show skit. It's not. Let's even just get rid of this. I'm just going to dumb this chart down as dumb can be. That kind of, they're a little far, but it's got the vibe of a double bottom, and this is the neckline because it's the swing high in between. So just want to do that. That's it. Then you go into price discovery, which is hilarious because you open that Bitcoin pair chart and you're like, it doesn't even look good. But this is why I generally think you should trade alts against Bitcoin, because you look at this and you're like, oh, bro, price discovery. And then you look at the Bitcoin pair and you're like, I've lost so much Bitcoin trading this stupid coin. I'm not saying Ocean is stupid. I love the Ocean. Moana is a great movie. Line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me. But yeah, I would do that. That's it. If it gets above this, then you take that and you hope it goes into price discovery. Moana is the best Disney movie, probably. Just coming back over here. Yeah, just reading your comments real quick. John said, what's up, buddy? Scott, what do you think about Bitcoin? We'll get there. But I was watching the screen for Chris, and he pointed out that compared to the last move up, we had so much volume this time, but the price hasn't gone up much. That's a really astute observation. Chris, my mentor, you can check him out. Actually, his information's in the description of the video. He's right. So we had the highest volume candle last month, but obviously had that big push up. It was pushed all the way down, and then the candle came kind of back up halfway. So it was a lot of volume for a very small move, which is something that you definitely want to keep an eye on, but something that you kind of have to be more concerned about depending, in my mind, depending on like what happens over the next month. If this month closes at 50,000, that's going to be kind of irrelevant, right? So yeah, I don't know why I'm over here talking to you guys about Bitcoin. We got 7,000 altcoin charts to do. Orn, Savage Head and Shoulders, Dump. Dumpy McDumperson. See if this is even a level that matters anymore. Let's go into the daily. Got all kinds of stupid levels here. Yeah, again, like this is at resistance, right? This was a swing high, exact resistance again there. So, and broken and completely rejected, broken and completely rejected so far. So in my mind, you want it to be above this line. I know it's weird. You want to take a trade that's higher than the current price, but like, why would you buy right into it resistance until you know that it's not resistance? Right? I would even just move this line up. Nope, that didn't work. I would maybe move this line just like right up here and call it a day. Make life easier. But this is a nice rounding bottom too. So it's rounding out, should head up, but you got to get through this resistance first, right? Don't want this because this was the big move down through it. Perfect resistance touch, drop away. Yeah, so I'd say above there, whatever. And if it drops, I would personally be looking for it in this area. And you could take that whole wick. But yeah, this is before the big move up or down here, right at the bottom. But I would, if it drops, I would look for it here. If you're trying to catch a knife, if you want it above, I would take it above that line. Easy peasy. Oh, guys, Orn USDT. Yet another example. This is going for an all-time high, but still doesn't look, still not even close against Bitcoin. But what I really like here is you got the lows here. You got a high, clearly a higher low, which is now confirmed by this higher high. The higher low is not confirmed until you make a higher high. So this is a very bullish market structure. This might even have like, so you can kind of draw out some massive channel here, right? So you expect at least now if it breaks here to target the top of this channel. Easy. But first, there's one of those moments you're going to be like, I want to buy that. Well, first of all, the Bitcoin pair was at resistance or near it, I think. I don't even remember what happened 5 minutes ago, maybe 3 minutes ago, but you have this break. You want to see this close above here. If this closed below here, this would be a horrible, ugly candle, right? With a long upper wick and a small body down here with a bearish SFP where you've found all this liquidity above this swing high. So you want to see it close, like preferably up here, and then, you know, either you buy it then, take a smaller position, or you wait, try to catch it on support. Boom, boom. Take it up there. But you're in price discovery. It's awesome. It's awesome. Good for you. Enjoy discovering your price. Be free. It's funny because like I'm always looking for bullish divergences, but when everything's going up, you don't get them, right? This has a hidden bullish divergence though. It jumped right out at me because I happen to have RSI open. So that would be a sign that this is likely to continue. This is Palantir. This is a stonk for all of you who are wondering, like, oh, bro, do I trade Palantir Tech on Huobi? They gave me a hat. Huobi sent me a hat. They sent me a whole care package. I said this on Monday. I don't know how they found me. It's cool. They sent me a slow drip coffee maker. It's pretty cool. That said Huobi on it. Yeah, I mean, you know, anywhere through here is support, right? So here, let's make this even more simple. This had this big move, right? And you see all this sideways chop. So you can draw this a couple ways depending on what kind of trader you are. First, pull a range, right? That's a nice trading range. Topped, bottom, all this price action in between, lots of action around the EQ, but it broke back in the range. That's not what you want to see. So you want to be back above that, I would say. So if you're here, you maybe think that this is an anomaly, you know, and you catch it like that. The other way to draw this, though, you know, if you're a triangle dude and you're going to find every time that it looks real damn good, right? So let's pull that range off and you have a bull pennant, right? You have a bull pennant, and not only do you have a bull pennant, but you have a break, retest of support, and a huge move on volume off of support. Many people ask me, hey, Scott, you mentioned bull pennants, you mentioned bull flags. What's the difference? From a target perspective, it's not different. But a bull pennant is this triangle, and a bull flag would be if it did this parallel. Flag is when it does this, right? Like a flag. A pennant is strangely like a pennant. But I mean, this is kind of absurd if you think about it. I'm not saying it's going to do this, but like you can measure your flagpole from any of these. Let's say it's here. Yep, that didn't work, did it? Right. Well, that's actually because of a logarithmic chart. It almost hit its target. Right. That's your move. I would actually, I mean, honestly, I would pull it all the way to the bottom. I was trying to be nice. So patterns don't usually reach their full target, to be honest. But I mean, it got to 44 instead of 50, all the way down from 25. That's pretty damn good. So that could have been that move. So now you're watching kind of to see if this consolidates and forms its own little flag and heads up again, or if it retraces this entire move back to here. But a lot to like about that. I still want it back above this high. I don't like that it broke back below. So that's what I'd be looking for. QS, QuantumScape Corporation, another stonk that has kind of the same vibe. Kind of looks right? Pull RSI, see if it did anything cute. Nope. Had bear divs for days, though. How'd you know this was going to go down? Double bear div party. Okay, so that's as toppy as it gets. RSI at 91 with a bear div coming off it as price continues to rise. Then you had, I don't know. This is a tough chart, Ross. I know this was you. I think. Don't know what to do with this, to be honest. So came down and filled this gap. So we should see it come back and fill this gap. So that's interesting. Don't know when or where, but I would expect that we'll see price come back up here, fill that gap. This does look like it could be bottoming, right? I mean, we've got some volume and nothing's really. It's not pushing down much harder. Just a weird chart. Something like that. You know, if it was a range, you would have pulled the range bottom here, but then it never ranged. So I would say you should get a move up to here, even if it goes back down. So I think you could, oh, wow, that's $46 to say 82. I didn't really realize the scale of how wrecked this is here. Like at Christmas, this was $132. It's just $40. Boom. I don't know. I would target here if you're trying to get long. And this is a nice little potential double. It's not double bottom. It's almost a tweezer. You want those to really be equal. You have tweezer bottoms would be a signal. But this is a nice bullish. You know, this candle has a nice little gap up. If it closes up here, it would be engulfing all of these. That'd be pretty nice. Looks like you could get a nice little pop and come back up there. but honestly, don't have much insight on that. It's a dumb chart. Ren, I've charted this for y'all so many times, making me want to puke. We were here and on this retest twice. This is what I drew from here. It was one of those things I always draw, right? I would say that we now have probably some sort of bull flaggy breakouty thing. So yeah, I like Ren here, right? That's not a confirmed flag, not 2 touches, but the idea is there. The resistance is what matters, right? Those 3 candles are connected. The break, retest, I would expect this to continue back up. Maybe come over here, probably go around there and then go up there. And I call this Picasso's bull. That actually right over here, that kind of looks like me on accident. Look at that nose. Similar. I think Ren looks good. Nothing's changed, so don't need to look at it for too long. SFIX, Stitch Fix, incorporate another stank. Another stonk. Everybody's starting to care about stocks again. Be careful. You're not going to beat the hedge funds over time, probably. Okay, so I would call this support, but this is the that's a tweezer bottom. That's a daily tweezer bottom. Just zoom in on that so I can show you guys. These are almost exactly the same, maybe a penny apart or something. And so what does that indicate, right? Why is that a bottoming pattern? Because price came all the way down here and bulls were able to push it back up. This is not a bullish candle, don't get me wrong. Neither is this particularly. But what it's telling you is that there is a line in the sand and they have drawn it here, right? And no matter what happens, they keep buying it. So that's a really good bottoming signal, but you want to see a green candle tomorrow. And it would even be better if we saw this close like up here, maybe another $1.50 up, because that would be also kind of more of a little hammer, doji, whatever. Call it what you want. Everybody's got names for things. But yeah, I would release it below that, but I like it anywhere above 76.55 there. Also just bullish structure though, right? I mean, like again, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows. There's nothing bad here. It just looks like a healthy retracement. I'm going to come over to the comments for a minute because I have no idea. Did you see how many USDT just arrived on exchanges? Someone asked. I'm going to drink this over here. I have not seen, but I would love to see. Because I would love to see. Because last week, my wife, hi, Emmy. Hi. Love you. You're the best. Last week, she found whale alerts. She was like, hit me. She's like, 100 million to Binance, and Bitcoin popped. There's no real good reason, unless it's the exchange themselves sending Tether to an exchange, which is possible. They got to do that. You don't really send a whole hundreds of millions of dollars to an exchange unless you want to buy something, if it's in Tether. So if that's happening, yeah, I would say that is worth watching. Interesting. Satoshi Flipper, sorry for OT, but have you ever heard something after his parents got COVID? I miss him in these times. Good to have you guiding us. Thanks. I reached out to him and did not hear back, so I don't know what happened. But yes, his parents both got COVID. I know that his dad, I believe, was on a ventilator, was in the hospital, and then he disappeared from there, and have not heard from him. Somebody told me they talked to him and he was good, but yeah, it's pretty sad. Pretty sad. Shopify. I mean, it's a platform for selling things on the internet, right? Seems like a good business right now when people are stuck at home wearing 3 masks. I believe in wearing masks, by the way. I just don't want to wear 3 of them. Let me see. Wear a mask. Seriously, don't be a dick. Shopify. Not to be confused with BurgerFi, who makes overpriced, kind of trash hamburgers for millennials. Burger Fry's kind of good, actually, right? I don't know. I shouldn't mock them. I don't really know. This is your like local support for sure. So anything above this, you want to trade it. And it kind of actually was sort of a little bit of an ascending triangle here. I mean, I don't know. There's in price discovery. It's right. So if you want to be super safe, maybe you wait till it breaks the new fresh all-time high. But anything above 1146 looks good. Man, this looks like the old Amazon chart when it was down at like 12. It is crazy. I don't know if I'd trade it, but I certainly wouldn't fade it. The only thing I don't like is it's got major decreasing volume, but so does everything else since March, right? Because that was like a sort of crazy COVID, but it's going up on descending volume. I bet it's got a bear div. Honestly, man, these things you trade on their fundamentals, you don't really worry about the chart, but it does have big time bearish divergence, which I could have told you because it's going up on decreasing volume with bear divs. Like if I was just looking at the chart and didn't know what it was and didn't know that, you know, people are sitting at home integrating Shopify carts to sell the Wolf of Wall Street's t-shirts on their website, I would say short that. Short it. But it's probably a really good business. That's probably why it's going up. I mean, you integrate Shopify into all kinds of websites for people, right? Dude, this guy's asked me for Anchor like 90 times. I'm not doing it, man. Sorry. So you can stop asking. I also, like, I don't understand. Like, I'm sure you're a very nice person, and you got a really nice car. Actually, I can't tell what kind of car that is. That could be a silver 85 Chevy POS, but I'm sure it's a nice car. But like, why would you copy the same comment over and over and over again and just keep putting it there? Like, are you like, you know, I think have you ever seen the movie Swingers? Who here has seen the movie Swingers? Raise your hand if you've seen the movie Swingers. Value is coming up, guys. It's across the top. Who's here seen the movie Swingers? There's the scene where he like finally gets his confidence up. He gets the girl's number at the bar, and then he comes home and he's like, I need to wait. Shopify is not an integration. It's a standalone platform like WordPress, but yeah, seems like a good buy to hold. That's from my wife, not financial advice. And the dude comes home and he looks at her number and his friends were like, don't call her for 3 days. There's one friend's like, call her in 5 days. And the other guy's like, call her in 9 days or whatever. So he like looks at it, he pins it up and he's like, I'm just going to call her. And he calls her. Hey, this is me. I met you at the bar tonight. Blah, 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 blah. I thought it would be really great if beep. The answering machine cuts off. He's like, shit. He calls her again. And then he continues to get cut off and calls her like 9 times in a row. And by the end, he's like, it's me. I don't think this is working out. And then she picks up the phone. She's like, never call my number again. That was a long-winded way of saying you're the same probably person that spams the same message over and over again in a YouTube chat. But I'm sure you're nice. You're a good person. Sirius XM Holdings. Don't call a girl over and over again. God, just don't. We've all been there. We've done it. So yeah, I shared Sirius right here, about $6 in the newsletter on this day. And I said, I'm hearing it's heavily shorted, could be a short squeeze. I think it's going to pop. And it went to $8.14 in one day. And then came all the way back down to where it is now, $6. Still a good trade. Still a good trade. Apparently what happened, it was targeted as one of the short squeezes. It went up. By the way, I'm buying this and holding SIRI. I believe long-term they'll be fine. But apparently what happened this day, talked to a friend who's an analyst of the hedge fund. He said that they like launched a satellite into space and it exploded or something, but no big deal. They have a backup satellite and they have a plan and it wasn't going to be turned on for a year. So it doesn't really matter, but that's like literally like the stock pumped out of its mind. And then it was like, oh, your satellite blew up or got lost or an alien ate it or some shit. And now here we are again. So I think that fundamentally we're still looking at the same pattern, but nothing's changed for me on Sirius, I should say, except for exploding satellites. And when you're like doing satellite radio, your satellite exploding is probably, you know, if it were on a bad to good scale, Like, let's say this is Gladiator and this is the Legend of Bagger Vance. It's probably like close to Legend of Bagger Vance on that 0 to 10 scale. Gladiator's like your satellite didn't blow up. And Will Smith in the Legend of Bagger Vance is your satellite blew up. That's bad. That movie's not good. There's people who like that movie a lot. But like if we're talking about Will Smith movies, you have Matt Damon, Charlize Theron, Matt Damon, Will Smith, and you make the Legend of Bagger Vance about a dude that is a caddy, but maybe also like a ghost or something. Like he disappears. Oh, get it. So much star power. Such a waste. Legend of Bagger Vance. Did you guys see that movie? Sushi looks great, right? We traded it here. Now you look for the same thing. Look, I can just do this. Okay, there's your sushi chart. Higher highs, higher lows. Looks good. Let's look at it on the USDT pair. It's in price discovery, basically. Unless you count this, I don't count the drop onto the exchange. So I basically consider it here to be in price discovery. And guys, we were in this here. I sold most of it here, sold a bit more here, and now I'm just riding the moon bag to Valhalla, to Nobu. Nobu is a very fancy sushi restaurant if you guys have never been there. Sushi joke. Sushi joke. It's not really a joke. It's just expensive sushi. It's really good, though. There's a Nobu hotel in Miami. They took the whole hotel and we're like, let's call it Nobu. I think it was the Eden Rock. My dad he was born in New York, but he grew up in Miami Beach, and he spent, like, as a baby, he lived in a hotel on South Beach because his family built hotels in South Beach, and when they moved down there, like, they went and lived in like a hotel room in one of them because they could go live there. Pretty interesting story. It was my father's great uncle, I believe, that was the huge developer down there. And he made all this money, developed Lincoln Road, all these hotels, and then apparently lost all of the money at the track. Like literally bet away a generational wealth on horses in the 50s, 60s. Just a true story. None of it got passed down to anyone. Would have been a different direction than I think our immediate family anyways, but crazy. UTK, I love UTrust. And as I said on the other stream, I wanted to see it close above this line, and it did, and it retested, it's headed up. Now this has a little shooting star vibe. I'd like to see how this closes and see what the next day does, but like maybe this retraces back to here and heads back up. But I mean, it's in price discovery, like every other coin, it seems, right? So like I like it anywhere above 0.2689. Good? We good. Value, guys, look, you said you were going to talk about it. You said you were going to do it, but I'm not good at alphabetizing. Oh, guys, so many charts. So many charts. Still, there's also, I mean, every coin, low, high, higher, low, higher, all the way up. I would trade value now, same as all this other. Oh, that's not all. No, that's not price discovery. The boys in the hood are always hard. I mean, the fibs are hilarious on this from the top to the low. They're not even relevant now. So yeah, I would look for either an entry here, but you probably missed it. Even more like there, maybe. I don't know. There, where was it? It's fine. This is what you want, though. You want this. Probably have trouble here because of that. Ooh. See? Then we can come back over here and head up to here. And then you have my face and my slightly rotund 40-year-old body and my legs. Bet y'all didn't know I could do that. Okay. Value. So that, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good, but I think you want it above that resistance now. XLM, USD. I was calculated by TradingView. I opened the wrong kind of chart on this one. Let me see if I have a better one. That doesn't have much. I mean, that would have worked, but maybe we get a USDT. Better. Scott Gray. That's the name of my background, Scott Gray. It's gray, but isn't that like the 50 Shades? Still there, Amy? 50 Shades of Scott Gray. Not a billionaire yet. That dude. I always read this as Tetherus. I know it's Tether US, but the Tetherus. So like this probably has longer history, so I don't know if we can call it price discovery. But hey, guys, because Bitcoin's really high and alts are doing good, they're all pretty much look like they're going into price discovery. Same thing, right? Yeah, we have that high that you want to be above, but like this is a trading range here. Oh no. And that 50 Shades of Gray featuring Scott Gray. Below, above, you're in the top half of the range. So you might want to, if you're feeling giddy above that line, but I don't like it. 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick, 4 wick, 5 wick, John Wick. All above that line. You want to be above that line. These are all theoretical bearish SFPs to like the majorist swing high on the chart. Got to be above that. Ideally, you want to be even above this. But if you see candles closing above this line, it's kind of getting safe to enter, but expect resistance here. That's all I got for you. Look, I'm going to even name it XLM USDT. Because next time when he's going to ask me again, let's be honest. Just leave. Shut up. Oh my God, there's one chart left. It's amazing. XTZ USD. Look at all these stupid lines. All right. Just going to delete all this crap. These are garbage old lines. Well, that's kind of definitely a key area, but let's pull it here. Turn on my magnet. Did you guys like my drawing of myself? I can't see your comments, but I thought it was pretty good. I also looked like it was like Aztec or something. This line is good. I know it's got a lot of action around it, but look at this. Like support, resistance, support, and then both those closed there. That's cool. It's a weird chart, man. Try to go to the weekly. I don't know, man. There's like one big, ugly sideways chop fest, in my opinion. You can pull that up there. I mean, don't really know. But this is what's happening, right? You have this, so like you have the drop here and then a major drop here on volume. So what does that mean? It means you have supply. That's how you find supply. And that's what's happening on this chart. Lots of supply. So unless you want to catch a knife, you trade this like this. That's it. It's easy. Might get wrecked. Who cares? No, man, your idea is stupid. Like, if I do that, I'm going to lose money. So lose some money. Just lose a little. Who cares? If you trade and you're pissed that you lose money, you need to not ever trade. Because you're going to lose and you're going to lose and you're going to lose. Sometimes you're going to lose like 10 times in a row, no matter how good you think you are. But yeah, that's how I would view that and watch. I don't know what's going to happen when I do this. It's going to be cool. Boom. I closed it, brought it back to me. That's all of them. Now I'm going to read some things. Oh my God. Everyone has asked me about, is it the same person asking me about Nexo over and over again? Oh yeah, guys, someone said hit the like button. I didn't ask you to smash the like button. You have to do that so that I can YouTube. And get you some sleep. Get you some manners. Jamal 7 Israel. Nobody cares about your opinion. I'm not even sure that people like you. I don't know. Maybe people like you. I don't know. Yeah, you asked me about someone's next to I think you don't listen. That's why I keep asking, at least for, but yeah, you're asking for Anchor. I've said like 10 times, these are chart requests that come in advance. I'm not taking chart requests from the comments. I was telling that story and Emmy says, unless it's your wife, then call her over and over again. That's correct. You keep calling and leaving messages. Where are you? Why aren't you home? We have kids. Come take care of them. Yes, the live streams are always saved to watch later for someone who's asking, whatever. Sam says I look sexy. Sam, you're very handsome. Bitcoin rounding bottom on the daily. Also, did you sign up to Nexo? I have not signed up to Nexo yet, but I intend to try it. I've used Celsius, Voyager, and BlockFi. I like to keep my counterparty risk low, and Nexo is next on my list. Get you some sleep, bro. You look tired. Just my face. Don't forget to hit the like button, boys and girls. Smash it. Hey, Scott, Nexo. Hey, Scott, Nexo. Call your wife. I'm just clicking through stuff now, but I'm about to have to sign off because I got like children you got to take care of. If you miss your entry for a coin, okay, here we go. It's a good question. I like this. Joy Bruin won. Go Bruins. I was born in LA. People don't know that. But I'm not a UCLA fan. If you miss your entry for a coin, do you ever market buy or move on to another trade? I generally move on to another trade. If it's close, I might market buy, sure. But I like to have a plan and stick to it. And I think there's thousands of coins that you can trade. And I don't really care which one I'm trading or when, unless it's Nampus Bitcoin or Ethereum. So I would just move on personally. Are you growing out your beard? You looking like a hippie? That's poor grammar. I'm not growing out my beard. I just don't care. And my parents were hippies. They marched on Washington. So I'm just trying to get in touch with my roots. How to pre-request charts. If you are a member of the paid newsletter, I send out the newsletter on Wednesday and people respond to that email with their requests. Scott, play some tunes during the stream next time, bro. Then they'll probably like take me down for copyright infringement. You talked about diversifying, being exposed to art stocks. Are you interested in a polar bear pelt? I don't know. I'm not Lewis and Clark. I mean, I like the idea of a polar bear pelt, but I don't think I'm going to go like trade with the French. What can I get for my polar bear pelt? Do you know what's a fair trade for a polar bear pelt? I don't know. Some maize. How much for the newsletter? $15 for an entire month. It's like 3 cups of Starbucks to get it 5 days a week. No tune, Scott. Got my own music. Your music probably sucks compared to mine. What's wrong with hippies? Nothing's wrong with hippies. Hippies are great. Look, Don Mitzo, 12-month subscriber of the newsletter here. It's totally worth it. You should join people. Do you do private sessions? No, I'm married. Are we done with serious questions this stream? I don't know. Ask a serious question. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm going through this. I think I'm pretty much done. And I'm assuming that my wife's going to be like, go get your kid. Get your kid. See, look, not an ad. This person, Corey Cleric, likes the newsletter. But seriously, though, you guys are great. I'm going to grow my hair and beard out to look like a hippie so that I can go up to French Canada and trade polar bear pelts for maize. You guys are awesome. Sign up for the newsletter. Check out Femex. I think I have some good mama jokes here that I never used. There's one. Your mama's so poor, Nigerian princes wire her money. Your mama's so ugly, her portraits hang themselves. So on that note, you know what? I'm going to play the little music thing to exit. Watch this. See you guys later. Peace.
That's dope.